on April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anisa's OnlyFans.
Look, this.
May God bless
The Unqualified Gurus Podcast. I am Oscar, and this is Danny. I am Oscar.
This song does not let me wrong. Like, I don't miss.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Unqualified Gurus Podcast, the best podcast in the world, the greatest podcast in the world. I am Oscar, that's Danny.
This is Danny.
And happy birthday, Tony.
Happy birthday.
Hey, not birthday, I meant anniversary. Anniversary.
This is his real birthday.
My birthday was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
This is his real birthday. This was he was
This is the one
reborn.
that matters.
This is the
true.
phoenix in front of you, everybody. From
Yes.
the ashes, he emerged in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah. Well, technically, I think tomorrow. I think
tomorrow?
it's the 28th.
Yeah, but for them,
for
it's-
them,
yeah.
it's past.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I honestly, we should have written down dates like these because eventually they were going to be important, like today. And what are the odds? Today, Tony was out and about in the world, and I got news that he was nearby a crumble cookies.
Well, that's not necessarily what it was. I was gonna go shopping for a wine for the podcast because
It's his birthday.
It's because
that's what you did.
No, because whenever
you guilted us into buying you
because I
cookies.
didn't notice that. No, I didn't notice that until I didn't remember until just right now. But whenever I don't bring my own alcohol for us to try, odds are they're gonna bring a really dark beer, and I was like, why not just supply
Fair.
one?
That's
supply
fair.
something that I would be more than willing to try, opposed to like a stout.
Okay,
or-
look, I'm willing to concede to that. You're absolutely right. Like, it's better to have control.
Yes.
Right? Look, I'll give you that. But like, look how the stars aligned, bro. You brought wine. Because I had texted you because you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick up some wine, and I was like, what are we celebrating?
Yeah.
You know. And then I was like, oh, you're across the street from the fucking cookie place,
from the
and I was like, dude, I have been craving a crumble cookie because there's chocolate chip cookies fucking spank, bro.
It spanks.
They
Spanks.
spank.
They don't shred.
That phrase caught on. Hell yeah.
Only in the Guru universe.
Yeah. That's I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so I was all like, he's like, how many do I get? I was like, they sound like a 6-pack. I think it's like $5 a cookie. That's what I remember. I haven't gone in a while. And then so he's like, it was only $20. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. You know? And it all aligned perfectly. So we're actually celebrating Tony's anniversary today. And we actually have like desserts and stuff and wine, bro.
I got half a chocolate
go.
chip because these cookies are huge, and then a piece of a white chocolate macadamia.
Yeah. First of all, he would have had more. I told him to get 2 for himself, of course.
Yes.
But he's like, obviously, he's on the diet always.
Yes.
So
Due
he's
to
like,
his new age, he
yeah.
has
Well,
restrictions.
dude, a whole year with the Goo Goo to. For those of you who don't know this, but whenever he came on here, we're all like, he's either got to be between like a Padawan, which is like a young Jedi,
Yeah.
or Danny came up with Goo Goo. Yeah, because he was the baby of the podcast.
At the time, I didn't know what
the
Padawan was, but now I've actually seen all the movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I wanted to ask you
Did
that
you make the right
last time,
choice?
and I forgot. I wanted to ask if
He just wanted to
That
mow
changed.
me down with the lightsaber. He's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Anakin. Well, who said you said Padawan, right?
Yeah, I mean,
You
I was
were
like,
Anakin in
I don't
this.
like sand or kids. Let's
Man.
go.
now that you've watched Star Wars, would
you
you
make the
have
right choice?
picked Padawan instead?
Maybe. I probably would have.
Well, like it's just
But Goo Goo is cool. I like Goo Goo because it kind of.
Goo Goo is like the young form of a guru. It sounds
it's
so
like
good.
Unqualified Goo Goo.
Yeah.
It just rolls so well.
It sounds so Google.
It rolls so well.
Yeah,
I don't-
You're so lame, Danny.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bite of this
Yeah.
cookie soon.
All right,
Let's
do
go,
it.
dude. Like I started munching on one. I'm like, I've already had it. I don't have to wait. But yeah, dude, I fucking love these cookies. These cookies are so good.
I'll
This
just-
is Crumble Cookies. I don't know if they're
also Crumble
nationwide.
Cookie. If you want to sponsor this podcast,
Oh yeah.
just hit us up.
Which one did you hit?
chocolate chip.
What'd you think?
It's really good.
It's fucking bomb, dude. I'm telling you, these things are so good. Danny, you trying to trash it or something?
You know what?
Yeah, Danny's like,
It's really
Stacy's
good.
are better.
It's really good.
It is true.
But Chick-fil-A's chocolate chip cookies,
No,
those
Chick-fil-A's
ones
are probably the
smack.
worst. Hell no, they have like freaking wood in them.
They have oats in them.
That's what that is.
Yeah, it's oats, and I like it. Those things smack.
I don't when I don't like about this one the chocolate is very very milky.
Yeah, it's milk chocolate chip.
But it's very milky, you know.
That's how they describe it.
Wow, dude.
Oh, I'm just saying because typically whenever you're baking, they use semi-sweet chocolate.
No,
morsels.
I know, but it's like you're like duh, it's milky, Danny. It's chocolate. It's milk chocolate.
This one's better.
The macadamian.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I trade back?
Yeah. It's yours. You're the one who I was like, dude.
Actually, no. I'll eat the rest of that one later.
Okay. I was like, yo, you bring two, whatever the hell you want, and we were gonna try the chocolate chip cookies together.
Okay, so how was y'all's weekend or week? Am I getting ahead of myself?
You okay?
I just wanted to say, my favorite one from Crumble Cookies, oddly enough, is their brownie cookie.
It's a brownie cookie.
The brownie cookie Spanx.
A brookie?
Yes, even better.
Well, they sell
A
brookies.
brownie.
That sounds like a slur.
we are so sorry.
Yeah.
They sell brookies at Toot Sweet. You should try those
Oh
ones.
my god, dude, you might get run over at the Toot Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Don't go to Toot Sweet.
I've never been there.
Oh, you haven't been there?
Tooth Sweet?
That's where the podcast.
Yeah,
is.
but I've never been there.
I basically lived there like my first year, Sam Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would
That
go
was
there
your
to
go-to
study
spot?
all the time. Yeah.
Nice. I had seen like this really, really cool one that has like an upstairs open patio that it's just for studying and it looks really cool. I'll be like, dude, just because I'm not a fucking nerd.
Like a
But
coffee
then
bar.
I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, I'm writing a book. I can go
You're
up
writing
there.
a book?
You could be a nerd there.
No, hell yeah. But yeah, you were saying the brownie cookie.
Yeah. Like, I've had the chocolate chip cookie before, and it's not bad. I'm not... saying it's bad would be
A
stupid.
sin, like
Well, it would be
blasphemy. Like
stupid.
you'd be like
But
spitting in God's
I just
face.
feel like the cookie's like too sweet, man. Like I get like overly sweetened.
There's not
Buy
enough
it.
salt contrast, right?
I don't know that.
Just stop.
You have to
stop.
add. You
Just
have to
stop.
add.
No.
You have to add
No,
salt to
you
sweet
tricked me.
things.
You
Look,
sounded
no,
so
no,
confident that you
look,
tricked
look,
me.
you agreed for a second.
Look, I'm with Danny. I'm like maybe like because consistency matters a lot. Like I can't have the goldfish like more than fucking like 10 because I get tired of the taste. Maybe if right now because we don't have milk.
We're not talking about fish.
Milk
We're talking
with
about
a
cookies.
very cold glass of milk right now.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
milk. I'm sorry, of milk would be
Yeah.
phenomenal.
So some pilk and
Some-
cookies with
some
some.
pilk.
I was like slaps or smacks. What am I gonna say? Spanks.
Smack.
Spanx, bro. When in doubt, Spanx.
Spanks. Thank you. I'll think.
But
about
but
that.
they are good. I just think that they're a little bit too sweet.
And before y'all just hate on me because y'all think I'm only into sweet and salty things, when actual baking recipes call for salt, whenever they're like sweet desserts,
Yeah.
to contrast so you don't get that overly sweet thing that he's talking
we
about.
get it, Tony. You're a baker.
I'm just saying, like, it's not just because I have a bias; they legitimately have salt in them.
We believe you, but it's so funny to just make fun of you.
Yeah,
'Cause
And you
look-
like and you like flips.
He's like, Tony, you've been here a whole year, bro. You should know this by now. You don't have to explain yourself ever.
He's all like,
You try to read his body language. It's like he's tensing up. Look, he
yeah.
crossed his legs. Well, Tony, you can start. What'd you do over the weekend?
what you do?
over the week I've just been working, and then this weekend I actually did something I've never done before. I went.
Skydived.
No, I probably won't ever do that.
Yeah, me neither. Fuck that.
I've been trying to just like be more outgoing on my own. You know, taking a cue from Oscar because he's been doing that a
you're
lot.
being adventurous?
I went to Target for the first time ever by myself earlier this year. not over the weekend. Earlier this year.
I was in
Early-
Target by myself on Saturday too.
Oh, okay. But for the first time ever, I went to the Galleria by myself on Saturday because I was trying to get dressed for something, I think Friday or Saturday morning, and I realized I only have black shirts right now.
Banties and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I need some more variety. So I was like, okay, I don't want to bother anyone right now, so I'm just gonna go by myself. And it took.
Now you know how I feel.
I want to say it took me like an hour and a half to actually mentally get myself to actually drive over there. But once I got there, I mean,
You have your headphones on?
yeah, I had one on.
Yeah. Because you're taking the cue from Andrew Tate that you don't want to be a victim, right?
What?
He said wearing headphones in public that you're a victim because you can be mugged or whatever because you'll never see them coming.
Like right now, we're in danger.
Yeah, like, dude, like if somebody were to break in through that door, I can clearly see we wouldn't hear them.
His
We'd be
dad
fucked.
comes in, we're done.
Yeah, we're dead. Keep an eye out there.
Yeah, but personally, it just felt like an accomplishment for me because, I mean, you know better than anyone that I'm not like, I've never been super outgoing. And so that was cool. And then I think Sunday I was just mentally recuperating from that.
Nice.
What did
I'm
you
kidding.
learn
That's
about
a joke.
yourself?
That's a joke.
No, I'm not like, dude, social batteries are a thing.
What did you learn about yourself after being
He's
there
a strong,
with
independent
you?
man.
It's
No,
not
he
as
was
bad.
he was with a strong, independent man himself.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. You know, like I went to the mall by myself the first time. I went to a concert earlier this month for the first time by myself, and they're not as bad as I build them up in my head to be. And it's almost, I kind of just want to continue doing that.
You know which one I feared the most?
Which one?
Going to the movies alone.
I see.
I did it the other day.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot.
did you go see?
I was gonna come over here and tell you guys.
You went to go see with the like recently? You saw the dinosaur movie? No.
No, I didn't see the dinosaur movie. I should have seen the
Dinosaur
dinosaur movie. Yeah, what movie did I go watch?
Was it
recently?
John Wick?
No.
Scream?
Why we saw John Wick together?
No, we saw Shazam together.
We did I watch with John Wick? Oh,
You said you had
I think you saw it with Sylvia, no?
yeah.
you said you had-
we were gonna.
I saw you had
We
tagged-
had mentioned it to everybody and nobody
Right.
really followed up
On which one?
on John Wick.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Yeah. So, no, it was
You
another
haven't
one.
seen
What other
John Wick?
movie came out recently?
Scream.
Scream.
No.
No, I haven't seen Scream.
Shazam.
I want to see Scream.
Uh,
Did I see Shazam?
Did you?
no,
see
we went to
Shazam?
go see Shazam
Oh,
together.
no, see, that's the one we saw together. I saw like 3 movies, like.
That's
all,
crazy.
It's just because I like coming back and talking about them.
I said that was the worst one. Going to the movies by yourself.
Which one?
Going to the movies by
They said
yourself.
he
No,
thought that was the
I
worst
didn't. I
part.
didn't even hate it. No, but I think I'm more so like freaking out because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't remember what movie
You
I
know,
watched.
that'll never be an issue for me because I don't go to the movies to begin with.
Oh,
so-
you don't like going to the movies?
You know this, yeah. Come on.
I know.
Wait,
but it's just like
we know this?
Yeah.
It's just there's people who don't know us. You know.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't really like going to the movies because that's like you never know if you're gonna like the movie,
Right.
and that's kind of like 2 hours just lost like that if you don't.
Okay, but that same thing if you're watching it at home, like you can.
But I
waste-
can turn it off at home.
any moment.
I can walk out of a movie theater,
I
but
could say I'm selective on the movies I go watch. Like it used to be more of a, it has to have amazing graphics for me to justify
Yeah.
seeing it on a big screen, or someone wants me to go with them. But yeah,
I'm trying to find.
you didn't even go, bro. You dreamed it.
I know he's like,
You were at the gym by yourself. Look at them gains.
I did go to the gym by myself yesterday though.
See what I tell
I
you?
don't know what the hell's going on. What movie did I watch by myself? It's freaking bugging me, man.
oh, another thing I did over the week. I'm trying to commit myself to running every single day. So since Thursday, I've ran at least a mile every day. So that's decent.
Damn.
Creed 3?
These movies.
Did I watch Creed alone?
I thought you watched that last week.
I think I might have watched Creed alone.
Well, have you watched Creed?
Yeah,
3?
yeah. It was Creed.
Wait, but didn't we talk about Creed 3 like not the previous one, but the week before where we talked about the anime and stuff? That means you had already seen it.
I had seen it by then. I did see it.
Oh, so it was not this week.
No, so I went to go watch it so I could specifically talk about it and give. Remember, because I verified the stuff that I wanted to, and I said that during one of the last rounds it was a little weird. Yeah, so I went to go watch Creed by myself. Yeah, see,
okay.
so it's possible, you know, and it's not as bad as it sounds because at the end of the day, whenever you're at the movies, you're not talking to anybody.
That's true.
So
I feel like that'd be the easiest.
Yeah,
one.
so I literally went in, like watched an early screening, so it's cheaper. You know, there wasn't a lot of people. I just went in and then just left, and I still had the rest of my whole day free. You know, so it was kind of cool. Yeah, and as far as my weekend, obviously I spent the whole day doing photography stuff.
Oh yeah, where did you go anywhere special for that?
The botanical garden, like the.
What is that?
So it's you know, because botany is the study of plants.
Yes.
You know, so it's just a big garden filled with like a bunch of different kind of flowers and stuff. And it's cool. It's really big. It has like trails and stuff that you can go and walk in. This week there was this like a plant market sale going on, so I was like, I'm gonna go take pictures and stuff. And I've been working on like this new video format that I'm trying to do. Right now I'm just gonna like make like 4 videos of it.
I saw that one. That one was really cool. Have you put it out already or no?
No.
So
So
should I not spoil it?
No, because I want to bank like 4 of them before I put them out because I think it's a really good.
It's a really unique idea because
yeah.
I've never seen that anywhere.
And I'm surprised nobody has done it before because this app is really popular in the community, And yeah, stay tuned. I've been posting a lot of my photography stuff online. Yeah, and I was gonna tell you because you said you liked it. We still have that other camera. Next adventure I go on, you should go with me, and I'll show you stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'd be down for that because that's something I've always like wanted to try my hand at doing, but I just like there's a cost, that you kind of have to dive into it.
Yeah, it's expensive as fuck. Yeah, but I got you. Yeah, so
Awesome.
because right now I'm rolling with 2 cameras. I went out and I had both cameras.
Okay.
Because I have my manual lens on one and then like the normal lens on the other.
You sound like an anime character.
Why?
Like, the other camera.
Dude, they literally sell harnesses so that people can hold like 2.
Like double pistols.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story? Whenever I used to work at that cafe with my ex.
The Honey Art.
Yeah.
That place still around. I drive by there all the time. I haven't checked.
They're still around. There was this one group of people that had come in, and after they left, I went to go clean up that area. This was, I want to say like 6 years ago. And they left a camera bag, and in it there was like a Sony A600 or something, and then another one. I sold both of them.
You sold them?
Yeah. We held onto the camera bag for I want to say at least a week.
Yeah.
Right, and I put it tucked away that way. Like if they came back, I'd know where it was. Yeah. Like they could ask, but they never came back.
There was 2 of them?
2 cameras. There was one Sony and another one. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So the A600 lines have all been like the super popular vlogging ones. Because
were those around back then? Because I don't know if I'm okay. Well, it was either an A600 or A5 something.
Because the one I had before this one, it was an A6400. So it's like newer.
Okay. Yeah. And this one is.
This is a completely separate line. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
But they use the same lenses. That's how good they are. They have a big sensor and shit. So they're expensive.
Yeah. I didn't know much about them. I probably could have gotten more money than I did.
How much did you get from them?
Honestly, don't remember. I don't. I think I got like $150 for the smaller one, and then for the Sony, I think like 2.
Damn, you sold them for nothing.
I didn't know any better. I mean, it was free money to me.
Yeah. No, I get it. And it was a quick flip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, man, that sucks, dude. I fucking cry if I lost both.
See, and I was trying to do the right thing, but they never showed up. I was like, they must got money like that, so I just sold it.
Yeah, because with the ones I have, like I always talk about like the fear of getting mugged and stuff. Mm-hmm. But this week was extra because it's like, dude, it's like almost like $4,000 and stuff. But it's like on a bag, so it's on my shoulder. Yeah, so that's why I'm like, dude, like it's. I'm always freaking out.
Where are you going to take photos this week? Next weekend?
I was thinking about Galveston. I want some beach ones. I get you now. Damn. I'm going to hire some bodyguards.
Yeah, don't go to Galveston now this weekend.
First he was trying to hire someone to give you business. Now he's trying to have someone mug you.
You're going to try to set me up.
I'm not hiring nobody. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah. But how about you, Danny? What'd you do?
Tuesday, we went to watch Shazam, and then
I watched Shazam too.
Saturday, went to go watch John Wick with Stacy, and we went to eat, and that's really all I did this week. Was just work and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and I watched the Attack on Titan, the last episode that came out, and I caught up with My Hero Academy. I finished the season 6.
Oh, that's how the season ends?
It ended. I was kind of sad because I sat down on Saturday and I'm like, ooh, time to catch up. And I saw like a bunch of episodes back to back. Yeah. And then it's like, to be continued in season 7. And I was like, you gotta be.
See, I didn't even know that I was so close to the end.
Speaking of shows not ending, you know what show just got renewed?
The Velma one. Which one?
You.
Oh, you?
Oh, yeah.
You just got a 5th season.
And it's going to be the last one, they said.
It's going to be the last one, but I haven't finished this one.
I was about to ask you, dude, it's taking so long.
Because I said I got caught up on another show.
What show are you watching?
Orange is the New Black. Because whenever I finished the first half, it came on like a preview for it. I was like, I haven't seen that in a minute. And so I started watching it. And then you came out. I was I got to finish this now.
The thing is, you got to stay up to date with current shows so that we can talk about them here. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't care about Orange is the New Black now. It's old,
because there's women in it, huh?
There's women in you.
They all died.
You're just mad about the whole love situation.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Because Tony loves love.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's your special day. I shouldn't have done that.
Have you finished season 3?
Yeah.
So
but Stacy just got a lot of homework this last week. She's been waiting for me to watch it, so now it just makes sense for me to wait on her to watch it. kind of.
That's fair.
But you see why I was upset, right?
I see why you were upset.
Oh, the ending of it. Yeah.
Like I told you, season 3 has been my least favorite of the 3.
Do you feel like it should have ended there?
No, I feel like season 3 should have been 2 seasons.
Why do you say that?
That they should have explored farther in his growth for hate for her,
Oh, okay.
rather than in one. And
Instead
I think
of just like a switch like that, right?
Right.
You guys
Yeah, but he's
you
crazy.
You guys clearly haven't like seen like your significant other just do something that you guys really dislike.
Yeah,
It's
well,
so easy to flip.
I don't have one, so it's easy.
Yeah, but
If
remember,
if Stacy baked you a bad batch of cookies, you're just like,
Oh, dude, it's over. It's fucking gone. No.
she's gonna get you.
Look, he said it. Last time, because I made a joke, and she's like, kick me out, huh?
man. She called me. Well, she insulted me that one time, right? What was it she said?
Oh,
She was
well,
like,
she
We can't repeat those
Disa-
words.
yeah.
They were slurs.
she said something. Oh, yeah, was that bad?
The disappointment thing.
Yeah. We're kidding. There was no slurs. That was a
Yeah,
joke.
that was good. No, I still think it was too fast of a flip.
Okay. If you think about it, they were slurs, but like teacher slurs. You know, like a teacher says, like a student is a disappointment. That cuts deep because they're not gonna call them a little
But
shit, right? They're gonna say,
slur?
like, you're a disappointment. Like,
I
tell them to their
I
face.
think
And
he's
you don't
saying
think that'll
the,
hurt?
The magnitude of the word
Yes,
to a
yes.
kid. would
From a
be-
teacher
yeah.
to a kid.
I think words are rooted in hatred and savagery, compared to you being called a disappointment.
Okay,
don't
it's
really
obviously
go
not
like
a 1-to-1 ratio.
Look, we
but
get
I
it,
just
you were
mean
hurt.
for a teacher, a point of authority to a little can't do
Rat.
nothing about it. Yeah.
Is that what you are?
No.
Why does it hurt so much? And I'm just kidding with
Okay,
you. Yeah,
okay.
well, of course it hurts being called a disappointment. But you're not a disappointment, Tony. You're a podcaster. It pretty much means the same
With
thing.
1 year of experience.
Oh, yeah, that is true. You're a
1 year
podcaster with a-
disappointment.
Damn it.
Yeah,
damn.
Es un chiste.
Yeah,
Okay, so that was your whole week.
Yeah,
then?
so I watched a bunch of stuff this week, really.
nice. Did you like how the second, third of Attack on Titan ended?
I mean, it gave you more of the stuff that it tends to give. There was
Yeah.
nothing shocking, but there was nothing that concluded anything. So you're still in what's going to happen.
Should have just waited and put it out like a 2-hour movie. Stupid.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, well.
It's funny because even within the episode, it's like they broke the episode in 2 pieces. Because it's like at first, like part 1, the rumbling. And then it's like
Yeah.
halfway through the episode, it like turns black and it's like part 2, this and that. And I'm like, what's with these authors thing of breaking things into pieces?
They're trying really hard to squeeze out as much as they can, huh?
I think it's just labeling, because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like they're like it doesn't feel like they're adding more for the sake of adding.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like they're just adding unnecessary stuff. It just seems like they're trying to label things and break things apart into
Is
pieces.
it like-
It's just like you're giving them the benefit of the doubt that instead of squishing everything in together, they rather just spread it apart.
Yeah, do you feel like it's a satisfying amount of content that they're bringing? Like, is it fan
Yeah, I think
service in a way, or do you think that
No,
they're just
But you gotta
biding
think
for
about
time?
it. Like a 2-hour movie, episodes online are like 18 minutes. It could literally have been broken up to a whole other series.
and just
Yeah,
just do
it's
it.
just
It's
a-
a naming. I don't like the way they've named it because again, it's kind of one. It got annoying at this point.
Yeah, dude. Like honestly, the other day I was like, should I catch up? And I was like, fuck this. I'm not watching
Yeah.
it. It's just like now it's just solely on principle.
And,
I'm
and I
like-
think if they do it once, you're like, okay, they got me. You know, there's more.
Yeah.
But once you do it like 3-4 times, you're like,
Has it been that many times?
and then like
yeah,
2 or
you're
3,
like,
right?
bro-
Two?
yeah, because the final season was supposed to be 2 parts, and then that became 3 parts, and then the third part was like, oh, we're releasing half,
Oh yeah.
and then the other half will be later as a
Yeah,
2-hour thing.
and they're still calling it still the same season. So, but you're all like, it just feels like another season, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like the first half of the part 3 of the final season.
God, that sounds so.
And
dumb.
and you don't know that it's broken that way as it you find out about that as it is being released.
Yeah,
So that's
okay.
kind of when you're like, are they gonna do that again? Who knows? So and it's odd naming conventions, I suppose. It's gonna be weird to know how to know. Hey, have you watched the final season, the part 2, the 3? It's weird, you know.
But whenever it's all gonna be out and it's on streaming services, it'll just be season 3.
Well, it'll be
That's
a
a good
hell of a lot
question.
easier too to just
They'll
binge.
probably organize it
Yeah.
for you. Yeah.
Oh well, man, you guys. Well, it's nice recapping with you guys. It's always nice catching up with you guys.
Very eventful.
And since we give so much of us, you guys should be giving us subscriptions. Go ahead.
Your
How would you
time
say
by
that?
subscribing.
How would you say the action of subscribing?
That
Well, no,
Your
but like in the
subscription?
way it phrased it, in the way
Your subscribement.
I didn't know
Yeah.
where you were going with it.
your sponsorship
Let's
by
start over.
subscribing. Look, all right, let me do this again.
Okay.
Like take two. Since we share so much of us, you should share your time and love by pressing that subscribe button.
There you
By
go.
spanking.
Spank the
subscribe
subscribe
Spank
button.
the subscribe button.
Yeah, and leave a comment. Tell us what you did on your weekend. You know, like
Fight
let's-
Esteban and Stacy on the comments.
Yeah, they
You know,
they,
that
they
is
race to
something.
see who's going to be the first one to leave a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
And I love it. I love it. It's awesome. It's great to see the love and support we get. But we want the family to grow, right, Tony?
Yes.
Tony, what you get us to drink?
I brought us the counterpart to Snoop Dogg's wine from last time.
What do you mean by counterpart?
Because, like, Martha Stewart
Yeah,
and...
he had a relationship with Martha Stewart. Like they had like a show. And
Yeah,
stuff,
they're
a
like
cooking
best
thing.
friends.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, they're like two not TV personalities,
yeah,
but
it's
two
crazy.
celebrities.
It's crazy. Like two opposite sides of the worlds
Mhm.
colliding.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's have a drink.
Let's get a drink.
Martha's Chard. That's what it's called. That sounds a weird name.
I don't really drink white wine, so I'm excited. So
Yeah. You want to explain why?
because I like red wine.
Okay. That's not what you said in the group chat.
Wrong button.
Oh,
This smells like...
it does.
like
I think
juice.
it is. It's pretty good.
It's good? Why are you spoiling it?
That aftertaste is weird.
I don't like it.
It's the aftertaste, but like the beginning is smooth until it hits the back. You like it?
I like this one.
And then you're eating it with your dip your cookie in it. I dare you.
It pairs very well with the
I
cookie.
dare you, Danny. Dip your cookie
I
in
got
it.
the cookie afterwards. After
Yeah.
I tried the wine.
So,
You dare me, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
what are you, 5?
Yeah, like pan dulce.
I could, but then if it tastes bad, it's gonna ruin the wine.
You can have more because I don't want any more.
¿Cómo no vas a querer más?
This thing is like it has like a very bitter taste.
This was a mistake.
I should have gone with the stouts.
No.
It's not bad, bro.
No, we should have went with the ciders.
It's not bad. I think.
we need that soundbite. But write it down. That's the I need
Which
that
one?
one. That was a mistake.
Oh.
I also like the other one he did the other day where he said, "Y'all just drink because y'all don't want to feel anything," and I understand. I like that one.
When
too.
did he say that one?
We were talking
I need
about
these for-
Yeah, I've saved that one. I have it.
You
saved.
did
You have it
say
saved?
that?
I have it saved.
When did I say that?
I need
we,
this one.
we were talking about drinking alcohol, and then you said when you were little, you thought people drank alcohol because they liked it, and then you said, "But now I know they drink it just to forget," and I can relate, or something like that. But it was a good one. I have it saved
Okay, I'm gonna need that.
because I thought that was a good one.
Are you?
But
Did you write down what I just said right now?
Yeah.
I understand what you mean by that aftertaste. It does have an aftertaste that is kind of like piss.
Yeah, like, I love it.
I was not expecting.
We got yours.
But
It's so gross.
The way you approached it too is like you were gonna start listing like notes of different things you were tasting, but you're just like
no, because the first part tastes good, but there is that little aftertaste that lingers at the end.
It does. It's fucking gross. It's just I'd imagine this
But-
is what it
but-
tastes like.
But before that, I think it's good.
So
whenever
what part did you love?
The whole part except the last part. Except
all
the
of
piss
it, all
part.
of it, but the piss part.
Exactly.
It's like,
Well
you need to
put.
channel your inner Bear Grylls.
Oh, God.
Whenever it initially touches your tongue, that's the best part
Yeah.
because then it tastes the most like juice in that split second, and
And
anything
it-
after that,
Piss.
it's bad. I don't. Maybe I'm just not a fan of.
I still like it more than the.
I think it's this winery because it was the same one that the Snoop Dogg's was, and I didn't like that one at all either. But there have been some wines that I do like.
Well, it's to be fair, these are like gimmick ones, so I'm pretty sure there's way better
I'm
stuff
just
out
like
there.
with that in mind, though, you would think they'd be better, right? Or
No,
you think they're just
I
relying on their name?
I think they're if they wouldn't need them if it was great on its
I
own.
guess that's true.
So I'm down to try another more white wines. If you guys have any recommendations for us, let us know.
It's better that way. If you like, just dip your tongue in it. And
We
then pull
dogs
back
or what?
immediately.
Like a dog?
If you pull back immediately, that's the best way to
It's
taste it.
Yeah, like once
Because then it doesn't hit that bitter.
on the top part.
Try it.
Yeah.
You didn't do it.
I'm trying to finish it.
No, do what I said. Try it. You don't try it, Danny. See if you taste the piss.
It's gonna look weird.
Well, I already have the taste of freaking. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
It still comes on.
You did it too long. You went quick enough.
Well, we want to get to some topics.
Well, let's give
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing a rating.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
let me big chug.
Big, big chunk.
It does look like piss too.
Okay, that was the best one. Why is it whenever I chug it, it tastes better?
No.
Give it a minute.
No.
Wait for the aftertaste to come up.
No.
It takes a little bit for the aftertaste to
I
come
think
up.
I think because I
Mine
rush it
happened
past my tongue.
immediately.
Yeah, but if you get like, you
Oh
should
no! I
start-
held it in my mouth so I could taste it.
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
No.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, you chugged it.
Yeah.
That's not what the big chug means.
It's not what
Yeah,
You're not supposed to chug
that-
it on
the
big
more you
chug.
drink-
No, it's meant for like a bigger, more flavorful
Yeah, to
pool,
try the-
you know?
Embrace the flavors.
Yeah.
piss.
Embrace the piss. God, dude,
We shouldn't.
No,
have said-
honestly,
sucks.
the
You
more
should go back to jail for this.
The more I drink it, the worse it gets.
yeah.
the first it was
It's like how Tony said, "Oh no, I made a mistake," or
Yeah.
what was it? That was a mistake.
This was a mistake.
Oh God, that's so gross.
Man.
Well,
It-
you have it. I'm. It's dude. Lowest. We what like wine now? This shit
yeah,
sucks.
I'm gonna give it a.
if they can get rid of the aftertaste, they got something very solid here. Very solid
Just
here.
change the way it tastes and it'll be good.
yeah. yeah.
I'm gonna give it a. Maybe we're just not wine connoisseurs, you know.
I like red wines.
Maybe
You
just,
think the piss description wasn't very accurate?
No, I think it's
I
spot
don't know.
on.
I don't know because I've never really
Spot on.
personally tried piss, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, but you can imagine, right? You can't
Oh,
imagine.
really?
Come on, Tony.
He
How
can't
am I supposed to
imagine-
imagine?
Yeah,
The way that it's been described to me from like TV shows
From,
and
like,
stuff
from
and
who,
movies,
Tony?
it's like it tastes like if you left like a soda in the hot sun for like weeks.
And what is soda
Who's
in your
drinking that?
stomach
I
after
don't know.
weeks?
I forgot where I heard that.
Piss.
Piss. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what
But
I
for
meant.
weeks?
That's what I
That-
meant.
that-
That's
wow.
what it said. That's what
Even
that's what
faster.
they said that piss tastes like.
Look, if I had to be like, what does piss taste like? I'd be like the Martha Stewart white wine.
It'd be a very specific.
Yeah, like I'd be
description.
like the 2022 release.
Maybe Martha needs to drink more water.
Oh, Danny, stop! Oh no,
Oh, you
no,
just-
wrong button.
You just took this in a.
That's so gross.
Okay,
Stop.
I'll remove the taste with cookie.
Yeah. Look,
I'll give it
Go ahead.
a
Benny.
2,
No,
a 3 without the piss aftertaste.
you give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
1.5. Yeah, you
Just
guys
because
are
I think
generous as hell.
I think just maybe that I'm just not the
How much
market
was that
audience for
thing?
this. Almost $20.
Dude, that was like literally some really good stouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you fucked up, bro. That was a mistake.
I'm sure
You
you
know,
would have enjoyed a stout more.
I might have
yeah.
because I
Look.
could at least learn to love a stout, but I don't know. This was not that great. Maybe we didn't chill it long enough to activate the good flavors.
Activate.
Actually,
Dude, it's like a superpower.
we had to shake it a little bit.
Oh,
I
no,
don't- oh,
no,
we didn't
but
air it out.
Maybe that is a thing. Look, this next story is for fans of YouTube, like back in the day, like not even that much back in the day, maybe
It's
like
back in the
8
day.
8 years ago.
It's back in the day for YouTube.
Who name it? Name the person.
Back in the edgy time of YouTube. Back when like Filthy Frank was around.
Yeah, so
I used to be more like watching YouTube in Spanish, not movies. Like
Oh.
like the YouTubers in Spanish.
but there was like a.
Whatever tomorrow, guys.
I remember
Those were
hearing
big.
all those. I never actually bothered watching them, but I
I
remember
used
the
to.
name. The name sounds really popular.
Yeah, I used to.
Well, on the English speaking side of YouTube,
okay.
it was a different world. It was like people like pushing the boundaries of what they could get away with, and this is something I actually want to talk to you about
Wow.
because
What is this?
You push
you
boundaries.
were an actual fan of iDibbz,
Yes.
and I've talked to you about H3, and you've also aired. You basically said the exact same thing all these incels say online. That you're like, I preferred them when they were edgier.
No, I didn't say that.
You said that about Ethan.
For which one? For Ethan, yeah. No, I preferred him back when they made content making fun of like stupid YouTubers
I might
for
have to
H3.
let you know,
For
like,
H3.
this thing, like literally, like we're biting like the H3 model for our show.
But
know?
iDibbz, I like all of his content. I like the mature.
Don't say that.
I've kind of grown with his content at the same time that he has in changing it.
Yeah.
Like
So
all the stuff
you can
that
pull up his Wikipedia so you can see who he is.
my favorite videos of his now are his long form documentary stuff that he does, like
He
the
only
one
had
with.
like 3 or 4.
I know, but like that's the stuff that he's been doing as of late, and I really like those videos.
Yeah. So I went back and I watched like 2 of them.
Which ones?
I watched the Sam Hyde one. I watched.
Okay, yeah, that one was good.
I watched the
think
Ice Cream Man one.
Oh yeah, that one was cool. You should have watched the Airsoft Fatty.
I did watch the
Full
Airsoft.
Force.
I watched the Airsoft.
That one
Fatty
was really good.
Okay, so for those of you who are completely unaware of who we're talking about, this is iDibbz. Ian. He's a huge creator. At the time,
Yeah.
he was somebody who was actually really revered, because it came along the time where commentary became like the biggest thing on here, which was like, like if you made a living doing like shitty stuff online, if he found it like egregious enough, he would like do this thing called Content Cop, where he would air out all your stuff and like basically make you look like a clown in front of everybody.
And for a time, it was just there was one that he did that I wasn't like super big on. It was for Leafy, and I think that was just like a minor like beef that he had with him. But like the other ones, I feel like were warranted. Like Keemstar, that one I feel like
it's just the thing. Like Leafy is also trash.
yeah.
He
I'm not
should
going
have
to
been
deny
gone.
that.
He
I'm
should
not
have been
gonna
gone.
deny that. But like
there are these characters who literally just come on and like just it's like, for the sake of being the contrarian to everything popular, they literally like we would go on like super long rants, just like shitting on women, like being as disgusting as possible. And so,
But on purpose?
On purpose.
Okay.
On purpose. That was like their bread and butter, because online, unfortunately, there are huge communities of guys who feel inadequate, and they're like, oh, look, here's this white successful dude saying exactly what I'm saying. So eventually they garnish a gigantic audience. And what's great about Ian is that he's been able to recognize that he hated where he ended up at. Okay? So before we get to that, I want to talk about like, why he was so damaging to like young people too, because he made it like a point where he was not going to be moved that he could say the N-word, because he's all like, if rappers can say the N-word, or if you could say other offensive stuff, why can't I say it? And like he would not budge on that, you know.
It was edginess just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Trying to, like how he said earlier, pushing the boundaries to see just what he could get away with. And he like made up this thing on his platform that basically convinced him and his fans that like, oh, it's okay because this is for comedy. That was his argument. And I wasn't super comfortable with that. I didn't like, that wasn't the only slur either. It was
there's a bunch of them. And
Yeah,
not only that, like another one that bugs me, like even like, people who use autistic, like they're like, oh, you're being autistic, like as an insult. It's like, the point is you're making them the punchline, not yourself. It's like, it's not funny. It's never been funny. And it's just like basically what the internet was back in the day.
It was a lot for like the shock value of it. So like you see this guy going on there and saying these things, doing equally like outlandish things as he's saying. Like there was some videos he did with Ethan back in the day. I forgot what it was called, but they were like basically going around and just like eating things. And he legit like got like a spoiled, rotten, molding orange or apple out of like a dumpster and just ate it. And Jesus. I was just like if you had to put the type of edgy that he was, that was like a perfect example,
shock value.
Shock value.
Like, look at this guy eat this thing from the trash.
And
you're like, what?
Thankfully he's not like, he's grown a lot from that, but like he garnered a specific type of audience and fan base for those things that he was doing.
So I have a video clip. So we're gonna do the very last one. So if you pause it before it starts playing. So there the guy, one of the guys from Smosh. Do you remember Smosh?
Yes, I remember.
So it was Anthony and Ian, I think another Ian, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So Anthony Padilla has had like his own YouTube channel. He left it and started doing like his own like podcasting stuff, interviewing other successful creators. And he finally got around to interviewing iDibbz. Mm-hmm. And here we're going to see an interaction where he displays like, how he feels about the situation.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with that just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. The one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
And what would they say? What would they do?
Things that I am certainly not going to repeat. I'm talking bad words.
Words that we only say by describing the first letter?
Yeah, exactly. What a powerful way of putting it.
Yeah. And well, this video went viral, obviously, because people online aren't as forgiving as most people. And the thing that pisses me off is, look, are we not going to let people grow? Okay? So he was all like, and I get the criticism because a lot of people, like black creators were all like, dude, like you might act like, you can just come back and be like, oh, I'm sorry I was wrong. But I was bullied. I was like literally a bunch of like skinny white nerds felt it was okay to call me the N-word because of you, And it's the real damage that's done in the real world. That's what people can like complain about, and that was a real consequence of his actions. He was gigantic on YouTube during the time. It was like before people had even hit like million subscribers. Back in the day, if you had like 200,000-300,000, you were massive. Mm-hmm. Like you were on top of the trending page all the time because of how big you were, So he comes out with this in Anthony Padilla's podcast. And everybody online is just shitting on them, and they're all like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking asshole!" Like, and the thing is, like, dude, he acknowledges, like, he's not like shifting the blame away from anybody, which is the correct way to take responsibility of it.
I didn't watch the whole podcast, but in the context, he's explaining why he's like not doing that content anymore, essentially. And people were upset because he's basically like shitting on his fans in this. Yeah, like what. It's kind of,
So there are two people complaining about this. There's the people that said, well, now he just gets to come back and say, I'm sorry. And then there are his fans who say, oh, now he's not doing this content.
I mean, it's not.
I think you're right. Yeah, it is exactly the people who are saying like, oh, you're shitting on us, and the people being like, well, this is your fault. So it's like honestly, where are the people who are all like, yo, at least he changed. Yeah. It could be so much worse. He can literally still be the same person because, whenever you're that big, it's like they can cancel you. It can cancel you. Remember, I tell you, cancellation isn't real, right? Every freaking popular, like, pedophile dude out there is still doing their shit. I always come back and I talk about, like, with comedians and stuff. Most of them are still touring. Like, what's his name? Louis C.K. Yeah. Still selling out fucking shows. All right. No real consequences ever actually happen to these people. All right. If you have a big enough audience, they're gonna support you forever. Okay. So he gets
Chris Brown, for example.
Yeah, Chris Brown one like literally makes no sense. He literally just came out the other day because Blueface.
I saw a statement from him that he was complaining that people aren't over the things he did when he was younger.
No, yeah, exactly. It was because of Blueface. Oh, so okay, the rapper Blueface, like he like documents like his whole life with like his girlfriend, and my God, it's fucking like trash, people. Like literally like the worst things you could ever see on screen, and it sells. It's like you buy like a DVD off of a corner store.
There was a clip where like he literally punched her dad in the face. They were like fighting, and he literally like knocked her dad out. Or something like he did something. He literally, because they have like their own network show. I forgot what it's called.
He had like a bunch of girls living in the same house, and they would make them fight. Like it was like a big show. He's like, oh, I'm gonna sell it. Like literally like reality TV, but you have to pay through subscription. Yeah. Okay. So Chris Brown is all like, hey, he's all like, you guys like are like idolizing freaking Blueface and Christina Rock, I think is her name. And he's all like, but y'all can't get over the fact of what I did when I was 18 years old. And then Blueface responded with, you hit the wrong bitch. And to that, you're just like, God, it sounds so bad, but it's the truth. People love Rihanna.
Yeah.
People couldn't give two shits what the fuck happens to this other girl. All we ever seen her do is be fucking annoying online. So, like, unfortunately, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so same thing. It's like it can either go both ways. He could have either doubled down and kept continuing the same like shitty content he was making, or grow.
Yep.
And he did. He distanced himself from that. He started making documentaries about like people who he thought were interesting from YouTube, and like he's been trying to like basically fix his image and stuff. And you know, it's fine. People can be allowed to grow. You know. So it got worse this week.
Yeah, I did see that.
So we have
as far as this goes, I think that purely the controversy from this just has to do with that podcast and him, like people being upset that he was like essentially shitting on them. But like I don't like he's been around doing stuff for the past years. You know, it's not like he's just barely coming back. So I think that just this going viral is what's bringing a lot of animosity towards him.
No. Well, this is completely different because the I wanted to talk about like the whole iDibbz thing like 2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Like this is a completely separate issue, but I wanted the premise, like you know who he is.
Okay. Yeah.
Like why people like you know have like basically like shifted sides on him and everything.
Okay.
Okay. So now we can actually talk about the creator clash. So next month, I think April 14th or 15th, I think.
It's somewhere around there.
Yeah, there's gonna be this big boxing event.
Mm-hmm.
Which is called
another YouTube event?
Yeah, the Creator Clash 2. After the first one, we talked about it. You remember? Or we were trying to talk to because we were supposed to watch it together, and and
isn't that the one you went to watch with Rick?
No, that was a different one.
That's a different one. So this one is kind of like a similar YouTuber boxing event, but this one all proceeds go to charity entirely.
Okay.
Like they don't take any cuts. They set it all up themselves. What's it called? And they recruit all the YouTubers, and they go through months of training.
They haven't recruited us.
They need to have a larger audience. You know?
Subscribe so we can go fight these fools.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
sorry, Tony.
Yeah, but it's really cool because with the difference between like normal like boxing events and these is like you know they're doing it obviously like legacy and like it's their job, right?
Right.
These are people who aren't getting paid to do it. They literally are doing this solely for charity and to show what they got. Okay. So when they're fighting, dude, last year they got the ass beat out of each other. Like everybody came out looking like at the end of like a freaking Rocky movie and stuff, and it was great. Like everybody showed so much heart that it was so enjoyable to watch, and I loved it. Okay. You know, it was so great. So I'm excited about this year's. But this year we actually had some controversy, and it started because of this guy named Froggy Fresh, previously known as Krispy Kreme, the rapper who made out with every girl in the world, and that is for this is from like it's like literally old school YouTube, like 10 years ago too. Like this guy went viral because of a stupid little rap song he made. Okay. And eventually, like he ended up in Tosh.0, like so. Wow. Yeah, that's how like he that one video blew him the hell up, and then he's faded into irrelevancy, like you know, like a lot of creators
like a cult following, essentially.
So, and I've actually kept up with him because like he makes music and like he does like comedy music, and I enjoy it. You know, like some of his stuff is actually really good. He's a good singer and he plays the piano, but I actually thought something bad was coming this week from him, if I'm being completely honest. So
like an oracle, like you were.
Dude, like I don't know if it's because of how much crystals I've held.
You had a premonition.
Yeah, I had a premonition. So I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you've heard of Hassan.
Hassan, you've talked about him. Yeah, the comedian.
No, that's Hassan Minaj.
The
podcast. This is like the political guy.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Hassan Piker.
Yeah,
he goes by Hassanabi.
I think. Oh, is that what he goes by?
He's on Twitch. He's one of the biggest.
He's in the same like realm of people as like critical and all that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So same like commentary and politics and stuff. So Hassan had gotten in trouble a couple years ago because while talking about all the damage done to Iraq and Iran and the Middle East, you know, he said that the U.S. deserved 9/11. Okay, so that caused a lot of heat because people don't want to take 2 seconds to think of what it actually means. Okay. Like, unfortunately, the U.S. lost like 2,700 lives on 9/11. The U.S. killed like over 100,000 people in the Middle East, like innocent people, because we chose to attack the wrong country. Because during 9/11, I don't know if you guys know this isn't a conspiracy theory. Like 15 out of the 19 hijackers, were all from Saudi Arabia, and because they have money and power, they didn't do anything about it. They went and attacked the less powerful country that has oil. And, you know, like, so, like, you guys can do your own research. It was bullshit. It should have never happened. So whenever you talk about something like that, of course, retaliation is going to happen. No one's saying that every individual person deserved to die. That's not what he said. But because nobody wants to do any favorable charity whenever you're talking about a subject matter like that, like, people were mad at him.
They'll just take the stuff out of context.
And it's fine. Like, you know, if you want to be mad about the comment, it's extremely fine. Like, I get it. So, you know, it's been years since then. And Froggy Fresh, you know, like, he literally just came back to relevancy. He tweeted at Hassan, and he was all like, yo, Hassan, do you still think the U.S. deserved 9/11? Out of the blue. And I saw this on Twitter, and I was like, don't, please don't tell me he's one of these idiots.
Poking an insanely huge bear.
Yeah, so like, calling me an insanely huge bear?
Huh?
Am I you calling me an insanely huge bear?
No, I said him tweeting it.
I know.
It's just like, I've never heard that metaphor before.
You never heard poking
the bear? Really?
No.
Oh, it's a common one.
Yeah, it's like, you imagine like this sleeping bear that you could have left it be, but you didn't. You poked it.
Yeah. But he added insanely huge.
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Because
it was well said.
It's a politically charged thing.
Yeah.
To, you know.
So whenever I saw that, I was like, don't tell me he's one of these fucking assholes. So then later on, you know, like, I do a little more research, of course, and he actually got trained by one of the guys that iDibbz had like issues with, which is Sam Hyde. Which another, like,
really?
Yeah, like a very, very cringy guy who literally shock value everything.
Yeah.
Like, the whole documentary iDibbz made about Sam Hyde, it was about how he was trying to figure out how you can be a comedian, yet all your jokes are so vague that you have to find out if it's an irony or why doesn't he want to let you in on the joke, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of his jokes are based in like 90% serious face value racism and misogyny, like, you know, like against women, against certain races, you know, like a lot of his jokes are like that. And then, but like his whole shtick is basically like, oh, you should know I'm joking, even though I never make it seem like I am.
Yeah, like that, so. Like, during the interview, like during the documentary, Sam Hyde hired a bunch of people to act like they were recording out of a freaking shed, like a rundown doctor's office, I think.
Yeah, he hired a fake girlfriend that was like basically.
I think like she was on drugs.
Yeah, and so like iDibbz was obviously concerned, and it wasn't until like the end of the documentary, like, oh, like, you thought that was for real?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of person does these kind of things, you know, like,
so whenever we mention these things, it's just it's just because people don't know where he's serious and where he's not.
Yeah.
But the real thing that I find troublesome is that, you know, like, money talks. Okay, he's donated money to the Daily Stormer, which is a freaking neo-Nazi like propaganda machine.
Yeah, it was a decent amount of money too.
Yeah. So it's just like, we don't have to look much further. All the racist jokes are fucking racist. You know, it's up for no debate. All right. So this week, you know, like, so imagine this: iDibbz brings back freaking Froggy Fresh career back from the fucking dead. Okay, and then the first video happens, Danny. Before we get into it, we forgot to mention iDibbz's wife. Her name is Anisa. Okay, so
okay.
There seems to be substantial evidence that Chris Raygun is now on Adderall. Well, young man, amphetamines couldn't save Hitler, and they can't save you either. On April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anisa's OnlyFans.
Look, this.
Wait, so he's talking to who?
He's just talking shit because he's trying to rile up the other fighter. The
Yeah.
person he's set up to fight against.
So he's fighting iDibbz?
No, he's fighting
No,
Chris
he's-
Reagan.
Chris Reagan.
Yeah.
The Krispy Kreme Froggy guy now.
No,
That's
Froggy.
Krispy Kreme.
This is
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme.
He's
talking about...
Yeah, he's just putting this video out to his fans and Chris's fans and, anybody who's, like, going to be watching the fight, saying, like, oh, like, if I don't completely pummel him like I'm expecting to, then I'm going to subscribe to iDibbz's wife, OnlyFans.
So the issue
iDibbz's wife.
issue isn't if Anisa has an OnlyFans or not. It's just he's using it as the butt of the joke. You're talking shit to another man, and you choose to make fun of the girl who probably had a hand in picking you into the fucking fight, who helped bring you back to fucking relevancy. Because Anisa is like 50% of the Creator Clash.
Yeah.
Like she helps organize. She literally like sets them up with boxing coaches. Like she has like firsthand. Like we've seen interviews of them talking about it for so long, and like one of the things that they were so keen on the last one was like, look, we're gonna make a great boxing event, and people are gonna like each other. It's not like we don't have to build this theater that, oh, I'm gonna tear his head off or whatever. No, it's like literally every fight's like, yo, I fucking love him, but I'm gonna go in, and do my stuff. They're not really trying to talk shit to each other.
Yeah.
So every idiot who doesn't know this, if they haven't paid attention to the Creator Clash online, is like, wow, he's talking shit, and you guys are Krispy Kreme got kicked out, like Froggy Fresh got kicked out, all right,
Because of this video.
because of this video.
Okay.
So the thing was, look, you guys can be all like, oh, I thought y'all were feminists. I thought you don't care if she has an OnlyFans or not. I'll be like, he's using it as a joke. It's meant to be disrespectful. And not only that, he's not fighting iDibbzz. Why is this relevant?
Yeah. He's just, like, taking shots at someone that's just, like, completely unwarranted.
Yeah.
And then it's also just completely out of nowhere to begin with because, like he said, like, after the first Creator Clash, the people that would fight each other, they would go up, hug each other, they would give each other like their props and give like mad respect to each other for even going up and fighting, and it's just like the whole idea, like iDibbzz like detests that fake little like make up a
theatrical.
beef. Yeah, it's like it's all fake and it's just for show.
Sounds like a little bit like on the WWE or the UFC when they're like talking shit.
Yeah.
right
So that's what they were
yeah.
trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they just wanted
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like, look, literally like everybody's
because these
here
are
just to show-
creators. They're putting in their
Yeah.
time to learn how to box as much as they can.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a
And these
fun
peop-
fight.
Yeah.
And then people are gonna enjoy
Yeah, because-
watching their favorite creators.
Yeah, because none of
going
them
at
are
it.
actual boxers. Like
Right.
they all have their own thing. They all have their own part of YouTube. Some of them, one of them was an animator last year. Another one was like a engineer, kind of like physical thing, like creator. Another one makes like little sciencey videos. Like they all have different things.
Yeah.
One of them was a girl that got famous on TikTok. Like they're not fighters.
Right.
So they don't.
Like literally, like Yolene Haley and the
Yeah.
Minx fight was freaking
That
one
one
of the
was
best
great,
ones.
yeah.
It was crazy. It was like seeing people who have no business being
they
in these
gave
rings.
their all. They got beat up.
Like
They
like
were-
I told Tony about this year. There's this girl named Sabrina Bellino.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think she's fucking adorable as hell. And I'm like, I sent it to Tony. I was like, and then I was like, I kind of don't want to see that. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see her get hit either. And it's just like, it's a great event. Like, and it's all for charity. But now you literally went and like attacked like Anisa for no goddamn reason. And then like the mom got mad and started going at freaking
Anisa's
Froggy
mom?
Yeah, Anisa's
Okay.
mom started going at like Froggy Fresh. And then eventually it came down to them being like, it's like there has been a change in the lineup, and Froggy Fresh will no longer be fighting against Chris Reagan. We will announce his replacement in the coming days. Within 3 weeks left.
If
the
they need
countdown
a
to
fighter,
you?
Oscar.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's and then I think there was another follow-up message or whatever. All right, it says Creator Clash's goal is to make inclusive and fun environment for the creators and fans while giving back to charity. That has been our mission. Froggy Fresh recent behavior does not align with that mission. We look forward to sharing the positive experience for you April 15th.
Did the guy spoke back?
Yeah. Yeah, like
that
he
that
made like a 4-minute song. They didn't even bother like putting up or whatever. So now what they're doing online is literally like every asshole creator who has ever been like on the receiving end of iDibbzz and like that whole community is now like I'll throw in 100,000 if you let him fight. And now so they basically have raised the stake to the point where they're at 600K, and he's like, if you don't let me fight, you're gonna be missing out on 600,000 for charity.
Yeah, they're
So,
trying to get Sam
yeah.
Hyde in there too.
Yeah, but that one was never gonna happen. But this one, like, like, I do like look at the at.
Yeah, that's Sam Hyde's.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's,
Yeah,
that's
so you do if you want any more excuse of what, like, or any more examples of how fucking racist this motherfucker is, it's literally the N-word with a W, which literally, like, translate to white N-word, which is like, a slang term that people use from, like, for Eminem and stuff like that, for people who want to be of the culture but are white. Okay, this is like prime example that his Twitter handle is literally that. It's fuck that guy, dude. And, like, he's saying that he'll fight against the creator who goes by Dad, which was, I think I had told you that he beat up, like, the first guy on the first minute.
He wants to fight Dad?
He wants to fight Dad. Because Dad came out and defended Anisa. I've been looking for people's replies, and there hasn't really been much. I think people are just ignoring him.
Yeah.
So Dad got tired of it, and he's all like, dude, you guys are all freaking, like pathetic. And, like, basically saying, like, yo, Anisa's so great to all the fighters for y'all to do that, So then now Sam Hyde's like, I want to fight Dad,
That's a insanely mismatched fight. If it were to go through.
Put the next one. So I think he said that he will lose like 70 pounds to make that fight happen.
In 3 weeks?
So on the next one. That one right there. So that Sam Hyde proposes dropping 70 pounds to fight Dad.
There's no way he could do that in 3 weeks.
No, not in 3 weeks. It's probably just like a line for another fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you go back to another one,
I don't like the guy at all, but Sam Hyde is a fucking tank. Like, I've seen some of his training videos.
He's huge.
He's massive, and he has a lot of explosive power.
Yeah. So under the tweet, whenever Froggy Fresh,
he's the bear that you poked. No.
Yes.
So on under the Froggy Fresh tweet that they talk about how you're gonna miss out on 600,000. Somebody was like, I think they care more about respect more than money. From people who disrespected them. Unless you apologize, I don't see this going anywhere. Taunting them proves their point. And then Froggy Fresh was all like, it shows me that their mission statement is BS to make them, it's like basically, like not like any other event.
But that's a prime example of them not being like other events, though. Like, they're not
money hungry.
Yeah, they're not. They're doing this for a good cause to begin with. Any money going towards charity is already helping massively.
Yeah.
And if they want to create their own culture behind it, then by all means,
It's just like literally every comment on under these are all just people being like, oh, they're being so fucking woke or whatever. I'm like, dude, it's literally the creators and you tried to insult his wife.
Yeah. This is their this is their thing. They created this from scratch, from nothing.
Not only that, they created it together. It's like, you gotta give Anisa her due.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would just be like, oh, this is iDibbz, like it's his project and him alone. Be like, no,
they should tell him, if you care to donate, we'll take the charity and still donate it.
Yeah,
but you're not allowed in the fight.
Yeah, at this point, they're basically using it as like a bribe.
Yeah,
and that's why would they go for that?
They're just holding it over their heads.
There's no way that they would go for that.
Yeah.
No.
So I think that might be all of them on here. Double check. Oh, so Moist Critical responded, and let me read it like how Charlie. He's like, I am really disappointed by this. Kicking him out of Twitter controversy after months of training is brutal. Like, I don't think any jokes here he made were intended to be mean-spirited or to shit on anyone. And to that, I say, I like Charlie. I like Moist Critical. But this is fucking stupid. All right? Let's not pretend that he brought it up as a positive thing. It was not. It was clearly meant as in a fucking slight. It's obvious. It's I don't get what the fuck people don't get. Like, just put yourself in his shoes. It's like, dude, if somebody, like, literally you caught a stray from somebody talking shit to somebody else, and it's about your wife.
This reminds me of that one 50 Cent video.
Which one?
Where Floyd Mayweather went online, and he was basically saying, F this person, F this person.
Oh,
he said F50.
Yes.
Like, what did he say? Why did he say fuck 50? What did I do? And then he basically made like a whole thing where like he was gonna get him to come on TV and read Cat in the Hat or something. It was like a whole big thing.
Because there was like a meme going around saying that Floyd Mayweather didn't know how to read.
Yeah.
So everybody online just kept that going, and they got to the point where it made it onto TV and shit.
That was hilarious. Yeah. That just reminds me of that though.
Yeah, but this whole situation is really pissing me off.
Yeah. Honestly, I've been super hyped for the fight, and I've really enjoyed seeing iDibbz grow with this. Like he's been taking this super seriously. and it's obvious it's a very good cause. You know, there's gonna be even more people in attendance now because there's a lot more
creators.
Yeah, a lot more undercards this time.
Yeah, and there
will be more if we were
on the fights.
On the fights,
like a daddy wants to get on the card.
1 people tuning in.
Yeah, look
to see me fight Sam Hyde. Let's
oh,
go.
Shit.
Flex for him, Danny. Show him what you got. Show him what you got.
Next year. Next year. We'll see next year.
You're gonna go up to his weight.
Sure.
Oh,
sure.
God damn
no,
it.
he needs to go down my weight. That's his challenge.
You have to cut off like both arms to
and legs too, probably.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. That dude's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch it. There was a whole like Twitter thing being like, "Oh, refund your tickets," and I'm like, "No, there's a ton of creators I want to see fight. I'm most excited about seeing Dad fight AB.
Yeah, me too.
That one's probably gonna be the best one because look up Hundar.
Yeah,
that looks correct to me.
Hundar YouTuber.
Yeah. Oh, why did the dog come out?
I don't know. That's a type of dog, maybe.
Yeah, so
Muscle
the muscle
Party.
party guy. Yeah,
Let
put
me
images.
go- Where's images?
Okay, so that dude right there, and now look up AB from the H3 podcast.
Star Killer.
Yeah, Star Killer. Oh yeah, you're right. Give him his own dues. He's not just only the crew member. So he fought against this guy. All right, yeah, that cursed image of him. Yeah, so you see how small he looks. All right,
Yeah.
He made it to the last round, and I think like if the judge didn't call it, he would have survived the entire match. And like he even managed to knock down Hundar, which is the other guy. But he's fighting against Dad. You know, so the guy who Sam Hyde wants to fight. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a great fight. I'm so here for it, and I'm so hyped for that one. I think that one's probably like the one I'm most excited about.
It'll be a lot better of a matchup because Hundar.
He's big.
He had to
big
lose
as
weight.
fuck.
He had to lose weight for that fight.
And AB had a Wayne gain. Like he wasn't gonna cut it, so he had to eat donuts the night before. yeah, it's crazy. Like, but it was like surprisingly, it was a great matchup. Like it was such a good fight.
Whose physique has changed a lot is Harvey's. Have you seen him?
Well, who's he from?
Epic Mealtime.
Oh yeah. He was fucking gigantic, anyways. Yeah, but yeah. So for those of you who don't care about the YouTube community sphere, sorry about this topics, but you know it's just like it's big. It's happening right now.
It's a big thing, and we care about it a lot. Obviously,
You never know. You might be at work and someone asks you. You never.
Yeah,
You might be like, oh yeah, I know about that.
Yes, yo, if this knowledge,
Your boss comes to you the office and be like, hey, did you hear about
iDibbz,
iDibbz? You're like, oh, absolutely. The gurus talked about
Yeah.
it. You should subscribe, boss.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, but honestly, it's just like 'cause this is like, you know, obviously it's gigantic. They have like millions of subscribers, but the YouTube world still feels so niche compared to like real life, you know, because most people don't really know what's going on over here.
It's at scales, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big thing, but it's not.
Yeah, but you know, if you want to watch a fight, it's on the 15th. I'm gonna have it here at the house. You know,
Yep.
so
Yes,
Have a party.
yeah, we should.
And
fun.
hopefully it's on a weekend.
I think it has to be. There's no way in hell that they're not
Check.
gonna have it on the
15th of
April.
next month.
on Saturday.
Saturday.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that'll work out great.
Oh, there we have it. If there's anything else you want to add about it,
I
I'm
just
pretty much
wanted
done.
to add real quick. I saw someone. It was a very stupid take about the Creator Clash event coming up. This person said that he only heard about it because of this controversy. That his gripe with it is that there's not enough trash talk going on between the fighters. They need to build up hype by talking trash about each other. Like it's so doctored and fake that way to even word it that way. Like, oh, they need to just start trash talking. Like these people are genuinely friends and like they wanting to do this charity event, you know, for
not only that,
greater good. They're not just gonna make up.
They proved it on the first one that it works without it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and not only that, there's more creators this time. Like every creator in their individual community is talking about it. Just because you didn't hear about it doesn't mean it's not being talked about.
I just thought it was dumb. Like I don't know. That's all I wanted to
No,
add.
I was just gonna say I think there are themes to things. So this is the theme that they want. They want a more not jolly, but like a more friendly type of event. If they want another type of event where they can complain and fight and all those things, they can call it something else and just kind of have fun with it.
I'm sorry, but this image
man.
cracks me up. This is like they call it like the cursed image of AB. So they obviously like the community like photoshops it to make it look worse.
Okay.
But he had just done like the hot chip challenge. and he had been puking for like an hour, and then that he came back and people like made him look even worse.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but it's freaking hilarious, and that could be us. But you chickens didn't want to do the hot chip challenge.
That's fine.
Oh, but
I'll be a chicken.
You want to do the truth or dab again? You said.
Yeah, we should do that with the alcohol again because that was fun.
Oh, because it was an alternative. To
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
yeah. You are right. That was a good time. Yeah,
It was.
We'll see about bringing it back. Yeah. Now, do you want to go through like the random folder? Because I feel like we rambled on for a long time. Look, I always feel like I was just saying words whenever I go on long rants like this. So please let me know if you followed along like correctly or how I wish it would have gone.
Summarize the lore.
No,
Prove that you got it.
Just let me know that you understood and you kept up with me, please. That's it. That's all I need. Yeah. And you guys, the other morning I got in the elevator. So I held the door open for this old man and his wife to get into the building. Okay.
Right.
Then I walked ahead. They're old. So then they looked at the building, the itinerary, the where the floors are at or whatever.
Panel
They
thing.
they found out where they needed to go. They were quick. I was trying to leave before that, but then I had to hold the door open for them again. Okay? So then, I hold the elevator door open for him. And right before he gets off, he hands me this little pamphlet. How to get rich and keep it. Okay? So I thought it was funny. So what I'm here talking about is why didn't you guys let me know that I walk around looking like I'm a poor person?
It's disrespectful.
We told you. We told you.
You have two cameras swinging in. That's not looking poor.
Well, not when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And you did say you were gonna get the mischief boots. Where are those at?
Oh,
Those would really show off your
They
wealth.
would have. They would have.
You guys want to talk about the mischief boots?
Wait, first, what did the pamphlet say?
It was just a freaking religious thing. It had nothing to do with money. And I'm all like, it doesn't even talk about cryptocurrency, bro. Fucking get out of here, you broke bitch. Like, you broke old man. Start getting angry and like fight them and shit. Yeah.
You have some boots here?
No, it's on another folder. It was for you. It's our fashion segment. I think
For
we can end it on our fashion segment.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so
It's for you.
Yeah, so we can start. Yeah.
Giancarlo.
Look, dude, if you needed any more proof that these things are fucking dope, look at this.
Look at him. He
I say
makes it work.
we need to pool money and we just get a big pair that fits the three of us.
That our man was right.
I don't know.
Yeah, because we're poor.
I probably wouldn't wear them. So maybe just between the two of you.
You wouldn't wear
I
them.
wouldn't wear them.
What do you mean you wouldn't wear them?
I don't think I.
You don't wanna
We
wear-
drank piss. Why wouldn't
What
we
the fuck, dude?
put that on?
That-
You're
that's
gonna hold
that's
that
another
over my
clip.
head. You're gonna hold that over my head.
We need that clip too. Okay, let's see. Like, keep going, keep going. So the next one. So dude, look how swaggy he looks.
Yeah. Dude, if they make the bottom look like your fingerprint.
No, he
do
needs
it.
to write Andy on the bottom of it.
Oh, Andy.
Look, so this is the new pair of mischief
Oh
shoes.
my God. Is it backward?
It's backwards. And I think the white background is making me trip out, but I kind of see the sock from this angle. Oh, you can see it better.
Yeah,
right here.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
These are the backward shoes.
Zoom in.
Tony, what do you think?
That's weird.
It's so fucking awful. It's like, you see, there's two
Yeah.
tongues to it.
I don't like that.
Me neither. It's weird. Keep going. There's more pictures.
Yeah.
But this is mischief elevating the game, you
I
guys.
don't even know who that
Yeah,
is.
they're
Well, it's
really-
a mischief.
That's
to
the
put those
company
out.
that makes
Oh.
them.
You know, if it was not a backwards shoe, they wouldn't look too bad.
They would look like old like skater shoes.
Yeah.
They didn't pick terrible colors, but if you look at the guy wearing them, like
It looks weird.
the way that it sticks out in the front,
yeah.
it almost
not-
looked like a heart-toed thing.
Like,
Or
something to
like a
protect
work
your
boot or
shoes.
something.
Yeah.
Something like, or like you want to
He's
kick
like
somebody. And
did you ever play that game Custom Robo on
No.
GameCube? No.
you look
he's
like a rhino with this.
He's like a little robotic foot.
Which rhinos are cool.
Like
by the way.
what? There's another like robot kind of thing. Gundam.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
kind of like that.
Gundam.
Like his feet. He's
That
like
looks so weird. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. So what do you think, Danny? Rate them from 1 to 5.
A 2.
So
two.
look.
Now rate them in terms of aerodynamics.
I think they have no tip at the front, so it's actually anti.
Might be easier for ballerinas.
Yeah,
Mm,
like a
keep
wider
it.
toe.
No,
Well,
I don't know. And they didn't pick bad colors. I would say that. I would like to see what Tony said. Put the
You're right.
to
The
a regular.
non-reverse one.
They can reverse them to the regular style shoe and then just put mischief backwards.
Yeah.
There's one more photo you skipped at the very beginning, and this is the best one of them all, dude. Let's fucking go, Pope fucking Francis in the house. Let's go. Look, a lot of people online were shocked that this was fake because this is good AI.
Yeah.
But you could tell that it's fake because of the hands.
He's holding a stout.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that-
saying because
yeah,
the hands look obviously that one right there isn't really holding on to something, and the other hand looks like young as fuck. Like this
Yeah.
old man's gonna be wrinkled as shit.
It looks like the lighting is off, like it was taken in a different setting.
Yeah, but other than that, like the puffy coat looks good. Everyone was saying that every dude in the Bronx wants to be as swaggy as he is. So
The Bronx.
it looks good, and it's fake. So
Very, very drippy.
yeah,
I heard a lot of people got tricked by it. So
They did.
They got tricked. It's
they
fake.
did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us once again. Happy 1 year anniversary, Tony. We love you. Thank you for being with
Thank you
us.
for having me on.
Stay tuned. April 15, we'll be at the creator class. Well, no, we'll be watching the
we'll be
creator
watching.
class.
All right, Tony, you know what to do.
All right, guys. Peace.
Out.
Tony, calories is a social construct.